Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia and I'm your TOK teacher. Today I will show to you how you should structure your TOK exhibition. So, as you can see, here is the prompt chosen by the student. What role does imagination play in producing knowledge about the world? You should state it on the title page. Then you write word count, around 950 words. I really recommend to write around 950 words or you will lose points. We don't have minimum, we just have maximum in IB, in TOK and extended essay. Then the second page should be the introduction page. It's not required, but I really recommend to do it because here you will state your theme and write the start. Around 20 30 words is enough. Then after that, you should add the object. It can be your personal object or it can be digital. For example, this student took a picture of an object and attached here. Then you should write around 4 paragraphs. This is TOK commentary and you should write around 310 words. And then object 2, you can see also the personal object of the student and around 310 words. All these TOK commentaries are balanced. That's what TOK IB examiners want to see, that everything is balanced. And you devoted around 310 words here as well. And the last one, object 3, also a personal object of the student. And he wrote around 300 words. Then the reference list is very important. If you took the idea from another source, you need to cite it. And then images. Object 1, it's better to do it this way, then you will get the maximum points. So that's how I expect to see your work. Yes, so again, the title page, then the introduction, or you can erase it, it's not necessary, but I really recommend to have it. Then your object in the middle of the page, also check if it looks good. For example, here you can see the half of the page is an object and then the commentary. The same here. So everything is structured very nicely and you can see that here is everything aligned. Yes, so everything is looking great and it's very important, I would say. Yes, because if your TOK commentary is disorganized, TOK commentary and TOK exhibition is the same thing, but if it's disorganized, if the examiner opens it and see that it's chaotic, he or she cannot find where the justification phrases, where are the paragraphs, what you're talking about, then you will lose points. So let's look at the first commentary. And in the first paragraph, or you can divide it between 2 paragraphs as this student did, you should state context of an object and the justification phrase. And also don't forget about personal engagement. Personal engagement is very important. It's for example, if you read a book and you decide to choose a book as your object, you write my third object is a book. Which book? You have to be what? Precise. You have to write down the specific name of the book. You need to have personal engagement with it. So the object should exist before this exhibition. You cannot create it for this exhibition, and you had to have personal engagement before. Maybe you read this book, maybe you are reading right now. So, and here is the student paragraph. This is a picture of Leonardo da Vinci's helicopter type that I took in 2020 during a family vacation. It's significant to my exhibition because it represents that imagination is essential in production of knowledge and shows its first role in producing knowledge about the world, transforming an idea into a reality that can bring new advances to mankind. So this is the first answer to the prompt. What role does imagination play in producing knowledge about the world? I really insist on having this justification phrase at the beginning of your discussion, because then the examiner will see it immediately. Oh, here's the answer of the student. Then after that, you should justify this answer. It's not about you, it's not about your family, it's about this idea that transforming imagination plays this essential role, transforming an idea into a reality that can bring new advances to mankind. This student decided to divide this paragraph into 2. Okay, it's accepted. For me, as a student who inspires to become an architect in the future, invents like Da Vinci are a great source of inspiration. When I visited the Clolud Museum in Amboise, France, this prototype caught my attention because in the field that I wish to pursue, imagination will be of essence for the production of new technology and knowledge. And his theme is knowledge and technology. So that's discussion is in the frame of knowledge and technology theme. Great. If it wasn't for human imagination, the world we live in today would be completely different and a lot more primitive. You see, he's justifying his answer. Every creation generated by the human mind is giving way to new and more complex advances. And after each discovery, more questions started being asked, leading to the production of more and more knowledge. So here, he's discussing more, explaining more, also justifying his idea. The same he's doing with the second one. It's his article, his philosophy paper. And the third example is great as well. It's also his personal object. But as you can see, the discussion is not about him, it's about the general idea. So everywhere he's justifying his point of view, which he's stating. Here he stated, this subject is important for my exhibition because it shows how imagination was used to understand the world around us without science. This is the second answer to the prompt. And then his justification is here. Let's look at the second work. So the student chose the same question: what role does imagination play in pretty knowledge about the world? It doesn't mean that this question is the best one. This knowledge question is the best one, but many students like it. But there are 35 options, so please choose another one. So introduction again. Here the theme is knowledge and the north, the core theme of TOK. The first one was knowledge and technology. It shows how the world can be seen through imagination. Three roles of imagination will be discussed in this work: creativity, stimulation, experimental, and visual roles. That's it. You don't need to write a lot. Then object one, it's personal object, yes, and the student is explaining, justifying. Object two, the personal engagement is only here. Here is already justification of the answer to the prompt. Again, this object shows the second role of imagination, yes, and then justification. And here is the third one, and also this object shows the third role of imagination. We can see it at the beginning, and then the justification of it. Justification is not about this cartoon, but the general idea that the student stated. Let's look at the next work. So here it is. How might the context in which knowledge is present influence whether it's accepted or rejected? 944 words, introduction, and the student decided to highlight the specific words, the keywords. Then object one, gave the name here. You can do the same. The object should take a picture of it. Then personal engagement, a justification phrase, the context is here. Then you can see that the student is working with TOK concepts. Yes, it's very important as well. Show to your examiners that you know them. Use them in the context. Here also you can see the keywords are highlighted. You don't need to do it, but if you wish, you can do it. And bibliography, personal picture, references. Yes, the reference, as we can see, is here as well. Yes, in the text. Footnotes. Yes, I really like footnotes. So if you want, you can do it this way. Another work that I really like, I will show it to you. Actually, I like all of them. And here it is. What is the relationship between personal experience and knowledge? Even if you lost one word, it's fine. Don't worry. Word count 937 words. Introduction. The exhibition is focused on the theme knowledge and the knower. Experience is a complex phenomenon as it can change the knower's perspective and assumptions. In addition, experimental knowledge can provide deeper personal understanding. And the personal objects of the student. So you can see also the personal picture. Here is the context, the personal engagement of the object, and then justification. And here is the same. So the justification phrase is given here as well, as far as I remember. She stated it. So this object is important to my exhibition because my person experienced something new and practicing. The knower can acquire knowledge as they practice to get better. By knowing their mistakes, then try to get better. So, and then the student is justifying this idea. Yes. So it's not about your family again. Many students, they make this mistake. They stated it here and what to write in the next paragraphs. In the next paragraphs, you should justify your answer. So your answer to the question is here: what is the relation between personal experience and knowledge? You state it in the first paragraph as here. This subject is relevant because it shows how through personal experience pre-existing knowledge can be changed. And then here she's explaining how. Actually here it's connected to her experience is connected to the answer to the prompt, and she's justifying by her personal experience. But don't do it everywhere. Like here, for example, this object in this, because it clarifies how experience knowledge can provide personal understanding. Yes. So in the film Eat, Pray, Love, by personal experience, she felt significant what she learned. So she's analyzing the film, the movie, but not she's not writing only about her life, only about her family, etc. Please be careful. I will post good examples. I will post these examples on your Google Classroom as well. Or they are already there. Please check. And I wish you good luck. If you have any questions, please ask me. Thank you so much.